Hello everybody and welcome to Season 9 of the Universal Orlando Cup Series here at Daytona for the Budweiser Shootout. We have had a long off season and finally we are here. Let's get on down to your starting lineup for the Budweiser Shootout. Very simple in how this is. All the drivers that you see here with the exception of one driver managed to get a pole last season. Is in this series, so they are part of this shootout. So here we go. On for this unofficial poll, Charles Sanford. Next to him, Sky Comets in the 17 Dodge there. Third, Kev Shearer. Fourth for the final time, Kyle Keith in that 42 Target Chevrolet. Fifth, Trent Donovan. Sixth, Courtney Keith. Seventh, Cody Lamas. Eighth, Keith Batson. Ninth, Allison Rain, complete the top 10. James Qualls. Let's get you through the rest of the lineup. We have Ember Ross in the 77. Joshua Osborne in the 27, Phil Parker in the 15, Quentin Moore in the 89, Ramian Fisher in the 11, Brett Pritchard in the 54, RJ Bishop in the 98, JT Bryant in the 22, Connor Meyer in the 51, Alex Ferrante in the 84, and Jesse Turner in the 78. 21 drivers that are here all together. Let's just showcase some big changes that went on by. Sky Commons, he is back with Dodge after spending a season with Chevrolet. Getting funding for Second Heat Motorsports, now getting funding for Flickager Racing, driving aboard the Dodge dealer's Dodge there in that 17. Charles Sanford's here for a one-off because he will be going to the Xfinity Series for Season 10, so he's filling in for James Ellison for this race. Kev Shearer drove the 00 last season, actually last couple seasons, now part of the 68 for Evans Gardner. Kyle Keith and Courtney Keith, their final runs all together. Let's see if they go big or go home here. Trent Dunham for Tweenix Racing. Driving that PS5 Chevrolet there, new look altogether. Cody Lamas returned back, a former sponsor in the Florida Panthers. Keith Batson running a new sponsor in Nathan's Hot Dogs. Allison Rain moving over from the 5 to the 66, driving Crowley Foods. We got James Qualls, the champion. Ember Ross sticking in the 77, having some new sponsorship, Mobile and others. Here's the command to fire the engine, so they'll be coming in just a bit. And there's the command. Joshua Osborne had a pretty good season. Missed out on winning a couple races, though. Phil Parker managed to get a win as well. Sticking the 15. Quentin Moore sticking the 89. Ramian Fisher has a new look in the 11. The Credit One Bank Chevrolet. Pritchard staying in the 54 there. RJ Bishop has a new updated look in that 98. JT Bryant now, you see for the first time ever, moving over from Shell Pennzoil to FedEx Toyota from Ford earlier. Meyer with a new look in that Seagate GameStop Toyota. Alex Ferrante, and then Jesse Turner in the 78 having a new look in that Aflac AMG. Just a little updated look, nothing too fancy. So there you hear all the stories that came on by, at least for some drivers. And for others, well, we're going to see a lot more of them when we do the... and a problem for Ember Ross is she's blown the motor! Ross has blown the motor! Getting ready to take the green flag! Oh, what a heartbreaker! For one of the Archangel Racing cars. As now be 20 drivers as green flag is underway here at Daytona for the Budweiser Shootout. Oh my goodness, that is a heartbreak right there. And remember, Angel Navarro for that team, that was the only one that relied on altogether for this shootout, and it's already going to be over. So Archangel Racing going to pack their bags, and they'll be ready for Daytona 500 qualifying there for pole day and all, where the top two in that one will be locked unless if they get involved in the crash in the Gatorade duels. And then, of course, once that goes on by, we then head over to ARCA for the return of ARCA. For the return of ARCA. That'll be hosted on RJ Bishop's channel on that Friday. And then Saturday will be the Xfinity opener at Daytona, the NCAA 300, and then the 9th annual NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series Daytona 500 presented by Kev Shearer's Triggerness will be that Sunday. And speaking of Kev Shearer, here he goes to the inside for the lead off Charles Sanford. Sky Commons going to move to the back a little bit right here. Now remember, we've seen how this racing goes with a 20-car field, or with a 42-car field, but this is the first time we're seeing with a 20-car field. So it's going to be a little weird to see how it's a little bit of a change here. But we'll see how it goes, though. In the meantime, Kev shearing that Jack Daniels Coca-Cola Chevrolet there. For Evans Gardner, a new look. A new number, and the 68 will lead a lap. Now, this is the funnier thing, too, is that in this field, like, right now as we speak, 2 of those cars are actually brand new that have never been used full-time before. That would be the 68 of Kev Sheeran and the 66 of Allison Rain. Now, when I look back at the roster, when it's going to take the green flag for the Daytona 500, even let alone for the Gatorade Duels, I'm going to let this pop up as Cody Lamas is going to look for the lead there. The 9's going to make a return to the Cup Series for the first time in quite some time. Then looking through here, the 60 makes its return. Last being driven by Austin Mongol. The 9 has been a slather of drivers there that's been used. The 36, that used to be Devin Becker. Now Aaron Douglas for Meyer Racing Toyota. And as I'm looking through, the 94 will be used also for the first time ever in quite some time. Last used by Austin Talley when he drove it back in Season 5. That's when he had the Bill Elliott-looking colors in a Ford. Also, the 96 returns as well after a season hiatus. And those are really all the new numbers that are going to be used and returns when we take that green flag this season. So that should be really interesting, though, as Lamas will lead a lap. That's a hometown hero, keep in mind. So that's one driver to really keep an eye on the entirety of Speed Weeks, as we're already a quarter of the way complete. Allison Rain now looking to the lead in that Crowley Foods Chevrolet there. Now, if you remember during that preseason Thunder, we talked about Allison Rain with all the circumstances that's going on with Evans Gardner Motorsports, and the changes not just for her, but also for the fact that just the team itself, they're basically just changing a new identity right now, and they're just trying to do what they can, change a few things up, and basically they moved what was then Johnny Gardner, now Allison Rain, out of the 5 into the 66. Like a whole new identity is being installed. Kev Shear out of the 00 into the 68. And then adding in Cole Deaver in the 9. So Deaver, if you remember correctly, he was a part of the Cup Series back in Season 6, I believe it was. Yes, I want to say it was Season 6. No, it was Season 5, I think it was. He drove the 83 car, started 3rd in the 500, and unfortunately crashed out. Did not have a good season altogether. He was then put in the Xfinity Series, as they are 3 wide, a couple rows deep, might I add. And he basically did not have a good season there. And then when he went to Xfinity Series there, he actually had a really, really strong resume in the first season he was a part of. Had an okay second season. And now he's going to be back in the Cup Series when we take that green flag when the season begins here. Cody Lamas managed to hang on to that lead there off the 66. And Rain's starting to slip back. And, she's in a very bad spot right now. She's in that middle line. And that middle line is where you call the sucker hole, because you can't really get out of that spot unless somewhere along the inside or outside opens up and you go on through. And you don't really want to be in that area a whole lot. You kind of want to be like where the 42 is at right now. You stick down low for a little bit, swing your way down low, and go from there. Lamas continuing to lead for the time being. Connor Meyer now looking for second. This is a new look for Meyer. Changing up his look from his Sense 4K TV to Seagate GameStop. Now, since last season, they have actually changed where their cars are only having one scheme of a driver. So, a lot of questions being ensued with the Meyer Racing Toyota team. What's going on behind the door there? But you have to remember, for that 51 team, this is the best run they ever had altogether last season. Took an early win in the season, had a strong resume in the chase, kind of fell apart towards the last few races, and then the stinger came on by at Zen Joltis. But nonetheless, though, you got to give credit to Meyer. Definitely his best season altogether. And you have to remember, before that, he really hasn't had a lot of good success in the Cup Series. He's now won 2 races altogether. I want to say in 4 seasons. So kind of a bit of a slow start in that 51 team there, but definitely getting some momentum back. That's a good sign right there. And one driver's looking for redemption after a horrific last season. Actually, horrific last couple seasons is Alex Ferrante in that 84 there. In that Ally Chevrolet. Ferrante just been involved in numerous amount of wrecks that, again, really wasn't his fault. It's just like he's at the wrong place at the wrong time. And, you try to hope for a lot of good things to happen, and really not the case. Ooh, Rain kind of pinching Charles Sanford right there, but she's going to stick in the middle line right now. Osborne trying to look for the lead at the line, couldn't do so. Now remember with Osborne, him and James Qualls actually almost made the chase there. Qualls barely made it in, finishing 10th in the points. And Osborne finished 11th at the end of the regular season. Had a chance to make it in coming into the LCQ at Talladega. Missed out being involved in a crash. But it worked out for James Qualls. His teammate managed to pick up a championship. And now this team, they got themselves a new sponsorship in Hunt Brothers Pizza. Aboard for the 70 team, while the 27's just sticking to the one scheme mainly used throughout the season. So, interesting enough right there. Brett Pritchard in the 54. None of the drivers really had a bit of a rough season there, trying to look for some redemptive factors there. Pritchard, if you remember with him, he got involved in that very crazy crash in Orlando where he hit the kink and his car just went absolutely ballistic crazy, where the car was spiraling, tornado death rolling, tornado death spinning, whatever you want to call it. It basically did it, and it was just a horrific scene to watch. Now, Orlando is actually not being used this season, has actually been fully replaced by ISM, so interesting circumstances right there, how that worked. Very, very interesting. Meyer looking for second on Cody Lamas. Let's see if we can talk about some of the drivers in the back of the field. JT Bryant, that 22 there. Just a little bit of a gap between him and Courtney Keith there. Now you notice Bryant with a new look right there. Changing the look from Joey Logano to Denny Hamlin. And although it is very weird to see the 22 now in a Toyota compared to being before in a Ford Mustang there, now in a Toyota Camry, it's going to be interesting to see if Bryant can actually keep up the pace here. Now, normally when these drivers and the teams do a new look, that's when things kind of go awry. However, Bryant is a very well-known regular in the series. He knows how to race here very, very, very well. So that's a good sign for Bryant. But a lot of questions are going to be asked when the season begins, as 42 there's having a little trouble trying to get into the draft right there. He was trying to follow Keith Batson, now not following the draft, and he should be fine right now. But it was kind of odd to see that, though. Trent Donovan, the one, that PlayStation 5 Chevrolet. If you remember, too, ironic enough, I believe Trent Donovan actually had a PS4 scheme last season. It was last season or the season before. But now, because, of course, the PlayStation 5, as of doing this recording, has already been out and all that, no surprise. He's driving that car. He's going to be using it for the 500. For probably the duration of Speed Weeks. We'll see. But for this race, he's definitely using it there, and we're getting the first look at it. And some of these drivers, you got to remember, they were not a part of the preseason Thunder that we're seeing for the very first time. That, a few new schemes and all that. We're seeing Sky Commons, who was a part of preseason Thunder, but having a new look. Same with JT Bryant. And the same can be said for Allison Rain in the 66. Kyle's actually losing the draft a little bit in that 42. It's kind of odd. And Cody Lamas, he said, forget it. My time to go for the lead is now. Here comes Florida Man to the inside for the lead. Yes, I made a joke. Congratulations. And that 42, the other Florida Man, well, he's lost the draft. Something I didn't think to see there, but the Target Chevrolet is losing the pace of the others. Let's just take a look in here, see if he's got a problem. And with Werbert, the 77 had engine damage, and nothing is said yet on the 42. So, interesting enough. And now they are going 3 by 3. 2 rows deep at the front of the pack. This is where it's extremely risky right now, especially the fact that You know, they're heading into turn 3 at a pretty good speed right now. Osborne trying to gun it. Will do so. And see, you know these drivers could do 3 wide. It's just a matter of, you know, if they start leaning, who knows what can happen. And remember, that's normally a full-size field, too. Man, that 42 disappeared from the main pack. He's all the way now in the front straight, just about to cross start finish line. Holy cow, that car is just gone. Now, remember, we've done the Budweiser Shootout the last 2 seasons. And it was first won by Kyle Matthews in the 09. And then it was won by Michael Walton in the 21, a one-off driver in a Ford Fusion. Or not Ford Fusion, I'm sorry, Ford Mustang. Why am I saying Fusion? That's old school. But, interesting enough right there. Ooh, Trent Donovan just got almost turned right there by a couple of drivers, and that was very close. Now they're going 3 by 3, 3 rows deep. And Kev Shearer being aggressive in that 68, wanting to go to the inside. Dunham's trying to get out of there. I don't blame him. That is no-go zone right there. You do not want to be in that area. And you see, we saw this from last season's Speed Weeks, too, where, you know, when they're double wide, I should say, you know, the outside line will get a bit of a good run. But now that they're 3 by 3, the inside line will just completely kill the outside's momentum right there. Top 3, roaming away, single file. Kev Shearer trying to get out of there. Oh, man, this is where I always hate it right here because these drivers, man, they're just making one wrong move, and that's it. And Charles Sanford's in the worst position of them all. Same for Cody Lamas. And we are halfway through the race. Osborne continuing to lead with a great car today. That could mean good things for the Daytona 500. Shearer now looking for second in the 68. To the inside. Got a great bit of momentum right there. And see Charles Sanford down the middle trying to pass Trent Donovan. Look, you see Sanford and Lamas still on that middle line with having a lot of difficulty trying to pass. And just can't seem to get out of the hole. Oh, look out. About 4 wide almost, and wisely they'll tuck back in line there. They saw that there, and that was a big uh-oh moment there. Here comes Commons, finally getting back up to the front. Courtney Keith in the 40 trying to follow, and James Qualls making a first appearance to the front of the field. Same for Keith Batson. Commons to the inside. That's one of the few drivers here who's a champion that wants to win a 500 badly. The champion from Season 3. Only driver in Intersol competition to win a championship without winning a race. He's only picked up 3 wins. He's won the Brickyard 400, which was his first career win. And then he has actually won, I believe, I believe he's only won 2 races in his career. I know the Brickyard was his first. Still looking for another big win, though. Courtney Keith's going to lead at the line. Here comes the champion, James Qualls, now looking for the lead. That's another driver that wants a 500 win badly here on that resume. He's got the championship that he never thought he would have, and now his sights are set on the 500. That's been the next cursed thing to ever have happened to him there. He always tries to win this race, and something happens to him. And Keith Batson now look at the inside, putting both the Johann Atwood Motorsports cars about 3 wide. Gonna go try and pass both of them there. Batson, remember, he finished in the podium 2 seasons ago. And I believe last season, he was up there in the podium as well. So he's got some good success coming into the race, just short of the victory. Commons led at the line over Courtney Keith. Where's the 42 at? Oh my goodness, he's off turn 4. He's probably hoping and praying for that caution, but, you know, they're kind of teasing over here, but a caution would be saving grace for that 42 car there. And, ooh, Bryant tried to get back up to the high line, couldn't do so. Now goes to the high line, the 70 being gentleman's courtesy there. And now Lamas with an aggressive move. Go to the inside of some contact with the 39 there. Man, Batson didn't like that there. Gave a little bump to the 48 on the side. That's when you want to be careful doing that when they're With now less than 10 laps to go, Commons leads them down once again. Right now, the strongest cars have to be Osborne, Commons, and I would have to say Cody Lamas. Those are the three that have really been standing out the most today. And now the Bishop family cars of Jesse Turner and RJ Bishop. Now the inside line. Ooh, Cody couldn't. Hope to God he wasn't trying to get blocked in, and he barely hangs on. And you see the drivers that are in that middle, like Dunham, you know, they're teasing where that inside line car is, and they're just like seeing that they're going to get turned, and wisely they're not, but Lamas will lead at the line. 19 cars battling this out for the win. Here comes Bryant. Maybe the Denny Hamlin colors could mean true things. To the inside yet again. I'll tell you, one driver's having difficulty trying to get back up to the front. That's that 66 of Rain. Ever since she took the lead a little earlier on, she has been stuck towards the back and can't really seem to get back up there. So, not good right there. I guarantee you for mainly one driver, but mainly two, you gotta hope when that yellow's gonna come, if it does, because time's ticking. You can see at the ticker above, 7 laps to go. Here in the Budweiser shootout, Bryant, did he lead the line? Yes, he did over Cody Lamas. .48 trying to get a run on that outside line, and wow, Courtney Keith Batson, and Joshua Osborne all rode that extreme high line off too to try to get a bit of momentum there, and it actually kind of worked out because they're shoving the heck out of that 48 car. They're trying to hold on for the lead. But Bryant sticks his nose to the inside line. RJ sticks underneath Turner. This is where all bets are off, man. I believe if we get a caution on lap 26 of 30, that will end the race. I am pretty certain 26 will end the race, so this could mean a lot right here if the yellow comes out now. And for Kyle Keith, that's going to be heartbreak for him. But for Courtney, she can try one last effort at trying to have a Keith trying to get in there. RJ looking for second in that 98, getting a push from the 51. RJ's telling Meyer, push me, push. And those two know each other very, very well in various other leagues. Oh, man, Turner. These guys in the middle, they're very teasing that area, man. One wrong move, man. I'm telling you, that pack's going to just get kamikazed. Lamas, though, holding on for dear life. 5 to go. Meyer now looking for second. Here comes Moore. Here comes Parker. Here comes the Evans-Gardner drivers. And actually, the funny thing I just realized, too, is that Charles Sanford is the only S3 driver technically in this race, as the others didn't even get a pole this season, which is very, very odd, to say the least. Now Moore. Looking to the inside is the 89. They've calmed down a bit there, but that middle line's still teasing some drivers. I think for the most part, this looks like it will go caution-free. Moore taking the lead, though. I'll tell you what, though. Quentin Moore in the 89. Courtney Keith in the 40. Keith Batson in the 39. And Ramey and Fisher in the 11 are still looking for their first career Cup wins altogether. And even though it's a non-points-paying race, a win could probably boost some confidence there. Here, oh, and Rain got kicked up to the middle by Charles Sanford. Look at that. He doesn't want any more heartbreak. He had plenty of it last season. Wow, they're going 3 wide, at least 5 rows deep behind third place. Top 3 single file. With Moore, I forgot, also part of Evans-Gardner as well. Evans-Gardner 1-3 right now. Here comes Kemp for second. Oh, Sanford getting kicked up to the middle line by Brett Pritchard. Man, they're battling heavy behind them there. And now Kev looking for the lead. Here comes the Jack Daniels Coca-Cola Chevrolet. He says, I don't care about my teammate. I want to win. It's 9 points paying. I don't care. Ooh, Sanford Pritchard some contact. They're going to hold on. They may approach Kyle Keith in the 42. He may play spoiler. 2 laps to go in the Budweiser shootout for Kev Shear and Quentin Moore. Kev leads at the line. Oh my God, if the 42 is going to play spoiler, here comes Pritchard in the 54. I don't know. This may be close. Kyle's only going 182. These guys are going 190. I don't think they will, but you never know. Stranger things have happened before, but don't look like it. Here comes Fisher. Here comes James Qualls. Fisher to the inside on Brett Pritchard. Pritchard washes up the course. Oh, Kev. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how Fisher didn't get dumped right there, but that was extremely close. Now the racing's getting even more tighter than ever. Coming to the line will be the white flag. Here comes James Qualls, the champion, trying to look for the lead. Fisher throws a block. But he washes up the course again. Can he throw another block? Oh, Fisher's trying. He's got enough momentum there. Qualls, I guarantee you a Bud shootout could help some confidence in that 70 team. Be ready for the 500. Qualls has to get this momentum right here. Oh, he tried to go to the high line. Now he's going to go get to the high line. He's trying to get that momentum quickly, but Fisher's got a bit of a gap. I don't think it'll be enough, though. Ramey and Fisher in car number 11. What a way to come back in the Cup Series. Last season ended a disaster for him. This season he sees the checker flag. He wins the Budweiser shootout. The third ever will go to Ramey and Fisher for Full Throttle Motorsports and will get the job done on an unbelievable, remarkable high note for that 11 team there. And what a way to start the season off of Season 9. With car 11 winning there. And you have to remember, that car's been cursed all together in this series where only one driver has won. Actually, 2 drivers have won. That was Marco Martinez and Nathan Hudson. And now Ramey and Fisher will etch the third driver to be a part of it. Even though it's a non-points paying race, still, see the 11 victory lane there. It feels really good to see there. You have to remember there, I mean, if you've watched this series since the beginning, this car number is the epitome of being cursed. So, wow. Congratulations to Fisher on getting the win. James Qualls will get second. So close. Tried to get that momentum off the back straight. He was trying to get Dunham to help him, but he just didn't have enough there. Johanna Atwood actually was second and fourth in the line there. That's great to see right there. You love to see it. Dunham will get third. Sanford in his final race right now for Cup will end up fifth. A good run altogether. Just short on the victory, but you have to give credit to that 0-3 team there. They got big shoes to fill with James Ellison there. And Sanford, I know he's going to be ready for Saturday's Xfinity race for the NSRA 300. Keith Batson will get sixth. Good run there in the 39. I know he'll be ready for the 500. Kev Shear, Allison Rain, Evans Gardner there, 7th and 8th. Alex Ferrante, 9th, and 10th is Brett Pritchard. Not a bad day altogether for those drivers right there. Here's the rest of the field altogether. 20 cars finished the race out of 21, being that Ember Ross is the only one out of the race there. And tough break for the 42, who fell off the pace there. So actually, I'm kind of curious how 42 lost the pack, because I kind of saw it, but I didn't really see it. So let's see what happened, because I'm very curious to know what happened here. Okay, so the 39 passed the 42. Did he just not get momentum or something? He's only going 193. They're going... Oh, he just lost all a bit of momentum. And you look here, nothing happened with the 42 mechanically wise, so it just flat out lost pace. Because we saw him right around here when this race was going on. He was still getting the draft at the 39. He was just taking the lines wrong. Oh, man. And when that happened, that car just lost the pack. Wow, that explains a lot right there. That's a tough break right there for Kyle Keith in the 42, and that's a crappy way to end the season, end the season for him, but also his career altogether in the Cup Series, and will come away second to last, but a solid career altogether. So, and a bit as well for Courtney Keith. So that's gonna be it for those drivers. Angel Navarro now will be taking over the 42 the rest of the season for Archangel Racing, and the 40 just nothing for right now. So. We'll see what happens all together. Congrats to Fisher on the win. We will see you guys later for Daytona 500 qualifying. They'll go on by later on. Until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe part of the channel. For the Undercell, hit the subscribe button down below. You've been watching a production of the Undercell here where offline racing is definitely not at its best, but also it can have its fair share of memes. You never know. That's not a quote. Don't take it directly. Until then, goodbye, everybody from Daytona. We'll see you guys for Daytona 500 qualifying. Until then, goodbye, everybody.